Hi there, welcome and thank you for being here. I hope you're having a gorgeous day or night so far. Let's get you a little clarity. Let's see what's going on and what would be helpful for you. This reading's timeless and collective, so see what feels like it resonates. Always follow and trust the divine guidance in you, to your higher self, to God, the source, to the universe, because the answer is in you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound, they're based in love, and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's start with the love oracle. Let's see what God, source, Holy Spirit, Christ, consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What's coming towards the collective? What's coming towards you right now? It would be helpful for you to know about, please, and thank you. Ooh, somebody's a little nervous to come towards you right now. There's somebody that's feeling this energy of anxiety. They're feeling restless. I feel like somebody's nervous to have a conversation with you. It could be somebody that is feeling a little down in the dumps as well. Maybe this person has something very specific to be nervous about, but I feel like there's something going on where they're making up a lot of scenarios that haven't actually occurred yet. Maybe somebody's replaying an old conversation or thinking about a new one. Why is this energy of anxiety connecting to you right now? Oh, well, that's good. That's butterflies. So somebody's nervous to somebody's nervous to ask you out. Somebody wants to take you on a date. It could also be that somebody's in a lot of anxiety because they know you are currently dating. So this could be from somebody from your past, but I'm getting that this is somebody new coming in. Maybe they're really curious about, I don't know, what you're going to say about something. So maybe this person does have something they want to tell you. It's courting, dating, anniversary, and meetup. For some of you, you don't know somebody's going to ask you out, but they've been thinking about it over there in the shadows for quite a while. So, hey, it looks like, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, I see an outfit. So maybe some of you have like a special date outfit, but I feel like there's something, I see something kind of unusual. Maybe this is spontaneous. I kind of feel like you might even like, what is that, like when you like meet somebody when you're kind of out at coffee or something like that, and they're like, hey, are you doing anything now? And you're like, no, I just have to go to the grocery store. I feel like somebody like wants to tag along to the grocery store and then like take you out right away. I feel like somebody doesn't want to wait, or they don't want to wait anymore. If this is someone that's been waiting for a while. I also feel like for some of you, somebody has big plans. And I don't feel like, I keep seeing something that's not normal. So maybe this is an unusual date you get to go on, an unusual experience. I feel like somebody wants to do it differently. So either do it differently than they've done in the past with others or with you, or they just want to make something really memorable and special for you. Oh, that's really sweet. So, and if this is the reverse for some of you and you are the one asking somebody out, I feel like that anxiety, wherever it is, maybe it's both of you having butterflies, is going to dissipate once you are face to face with someone. And I also feel like there's, like, you make each other blush in a really cute way. So let's dig a little deeper. Tell us about anxiety and date. I actually see a clock melting. And then I heard come out and play. That just reminded me of the Offspring song. What is that? Is that one? Come out and play? Maybe somebody wants to come out and play with you. They're like, why don't you ever want to play? Come on out. We're going to have some fun. Maybe that's you. Maybe you want to do something kind of fun. I mean, that would definitely dissipate some stress. Maybe that stress doesn't even have to do with a person. Maybe it's just stress in life in general. Maybe somebody's really busy. I feel like I see a calendar. Oh, I see that clock. Now I see that clock melting again. So maybe somebody wants to play because they know that just being in your presence feels like they wish they had more hours in the day. It's like time just kind of melts, at least when they're with you. And I keep seeing like a whole calendar, or somebody's like scratching things off and looking at the different, I feel like somebody wants to, even if they're really busy, they're looking at where they can squeeze in some timelessness moments with you. So let's get one more. What is another message on anxiety and date? For some of you, this could be someone that hasn't dated in a while. Or maybe you and your honey. For some of you, haven't gone out on a sassy date in a while. Maybe you need to go out and do something fun, go play a little bit. What is another message? Please and thank you. Ooh, use your intuition. So there's definitely somebody here that's got a gut feeling about you. Maybe you have this at the bottom too. Maybe it starts with text. I feel like you need to move from the text to the actual experience here. I'm also getting that this intuition has something to do with timing, and I feel like somebody is always hoping for the timing to be just right, and it's more that spontaneous thing I saw at the grocery store, like now is as good as a time as any. So maybe it is that you have to plan if you do have to squeeze this date in. But whoever this is that you are starting to text, communicate with, date, or even maybe makes you a little nervous, you got to use your gut, because you're getting signs in your energetic field. I feel like you can really feel somebody's energy. Maybe they feel yours. Maybe you also have interesting conversations on that date about, kind of rabbit hole subjects, about intuition and, psychic abilities, or maybe quantum mechanics, whatever it is that is kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you're uncovering something, but maybe it's even uncovering little quirks or interests that this person has that you don't expect. I also feel like with that premonition energy, there's something different about a certain day that you wake up. You just get this knowing that something I'm getting cool is gonna happen today. You don't know what it is, but something's gonna happen that's great for you, or a connection is gonna come in, or you're gonna be at the right place at the right time. Follow that gut feeling. If you feel like you need to get dressed up and go to the grocery store, go to the grocery store. If you get that feeling, that intuition starts, I just heard kicking into high gear. So maybe it's changing the pace of something that maybe you need to send a text or answer someone, then send it. Communication, news, phone call, and a direct message. For some of you, I feel like this date might not even be somebody specifically asking you to, hey, let's go out and have a romantic date. I am kind of feeling like for some of you, you're just kind of texting your friend. Maybe you're going out with a friend. You happen to run into someone else. Maybe some of you have a friend that's secretly trying to set you up with somebody, and they're like, hey, we're just going to go out. It's going to be a group of us. Why don't you come? I do feel like that's sweet. I feel like if that's the case and your friend is trying to, introduce you to someone, can't hurt to go see. Maybe your friend is wrong, but maybe your friend is right. Communication, news, phone call, and message. Also, this one says anniversary. So maybe there is something about a specific day or date. If some of you had a lot of space where, there was maybe a disconnect in communication, or a lot of time has gone by, I feel like either you or someone else started to get even more nervous the more space went by, where someone was like, not in time, all that will dissipate, I'll feel better. And I feel like that didn't happen. It's almost like somebody got more nervous the longer they waited. So maybe I'm getting spontaneous. Maybe somebody just can't wait anymore. They just send you a text out of nowhere. I actually see for some of you, I see a like in the middle of the night text, maybe. I mean, this is gonna say maybe even for some of you get a little drunk text. Maybe somebody had a little liquid courage situation in order to finally open up the floodgates of communication again. If that's somebody that, I don't know, that could be new or somebody you already know from your past. I'm gonna go to the tarot. Let's see what's going on here. I do see some of you, I don't know, I do see some of you getting a text at an awkward time, whether you're in the middle of work or it's the middle of the night or something like that, but I still feel like you're trusting, I don't know, the right response and the right timing of that response. I also feel like maybe you shouldn't have anxiety over something, over analyzing your response or what they say too much. Just let it flow. I see something just kind of flowing. I do feel like somebody might have anxiety because they sent you a text and maybe you don't respond right away, or that's what happened in the past. But I feel like when you do, this person's really happy to hear from you. So let's go to the tarot. Yes, this is one of those readings I gotta skedaddle. So we're gonna do just this little quick energetic peek here today, and hopefully this is helpful for you. Let's just go general. What is the general overall energy coming towards the collective? What would be helpful to know that you're gonna have victory? Victory! Exclamation point. Whatever this is, you know, I feel like once you get the ball rolling in that communication, I don't know, I do see something's gonna flow, but this could also be a lot of fireworks that go off. This could be a lot of passion and chemistry too, because it's, you know, it's rods, it's fire. You're literally waving the flag that has the sun on it. So clarity. Maybe it's also looking for red flags for some of you. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you're not repeating a cycle from the past, and that's why you're victorious here. Maybe this is also a lot of confidence. It's wise choices that bring public recognition and success, promotions, awards, and scholarships. So there's definitely somebody that's noticing maybe a good job that you are doing. Maybe this is even somebody sending you like, hey, I saw you posted that thing, or that you had that job, or, you know, I'm following you on this, and I just want to say you're amazeballs, good job. Maybe that's even how a conversation starts. I feel like somebody's saying congratulations. Is that a song? Congratulations. I think it is. I feel like I definitely feel like maybe part of this invitation or date starts with, hey, let's go out and celebrate. You know, maybe somebody has a birthday or something like that, or maybe that's when you meet somebody, you're just kind of out and about, you're like, today's the day to celebrate. I know something amazeballs is coming, even though I don't know when or what yet, but why not celebrate anyway? I kind of feel like it's that. So maybe it is a specific thing that you're proud of, but I also feel like this is midway for something. So maybe it's not that, you know, final victory parade, but maybe you're midway through a project, you're doing a good job, you're giving yourself a little break-a-roo. Upside down, it's just where somebody's kind of up there on the high horse. Sometimes I see it as somebody a little too full of themselves, or not really congratulating somebody on a job well done, or not recognizing the people that helped you have that victory. Whether it was a weird friction kind of energy, or somebody was giving you the boost that you needed. I hear pep talk. Maybe somebody was giving you a pep talk, or there's, I don't know. I feel like somebody's really proud of you. Also, some of you might be in a position right now where you're just being watched, you're being noticed. You're standing out a little bit different lately. Your energy is extra vibrant, because that 6 is also love, and it's balance and love. So maybe this is because you are doing something that you love to do. Let's see. Let's clarify. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Also, when there's a dog barking from far away, that does usually mean there is somebody, usually a friendship, that is thinking about you now. So let's see. Clarify victory, please and thank you. 6 of Rods. Victory in a happily ever after, something feeling like it was a fantasy actually becoming reality, looking at the reality of a situation as even better than the fantasy. I feel like somebody's coming out of dreamland here with the 10 of Cups. It's so beautiful. It is feeling like, wow, you just closed the chapter in that today book that you got to experience, and I feel like somebody's going to bed with a smile on their face. It also says a happy marriage, maybe for some of you. That's coming into play really soon. I keep hearing play today. So maybe it's about playing. Maybe these are the people that you feel like you can get serious with. You know, you can go to the grocery store and I don't know. I see somebody actually watching like a show on TV. Maybe something just kind of everyday. But that everyday thing feels more special with these people or this person. Let me get my glasses. I only have my big ones here. I found these in the drawer. I didn't even know I had them. A happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successfully, and people you can trust. So I am getting with these two together, this is definitely people that are proud of you. This is definitely people that want to see you fulfilled in your heart and your soul, that want to see you be in love. That, yeah, maybe for some of you, you are connecting to somebody that, I don't know, I want to say if you have children, I want to say they automatically love your children. I actually see like, hey, yo, like, I don't know, I see someone like, mom, dad here, you know, they're giving you more attention. I also think of animals here. Where it's like when you have somebody new come over your house and you're like, whoa, they just forgot about me. They like this new person better. But maybe that's a good thing. And if you don't have children, maybe you're thinking of starting a family with a specific person soon. But I'm getting that playing energy with that children. Maybe it's even grandchildren or blending families. I feel like somebody is already dreaming of a future with you, or I hear rearranging something to have a future with you, or feeling comfortable enough, maybe even vulnerability / strength with talking about dreams with you. If the 10 of Cups is upside down, it can be where somebody had all of these dreams or aspirations, you know, this vision of their future, and then that vision and the actual future or the actual now just don't line up. And that can be kind of a bittersweet thing, because if a 10 is an ending and, you know, you're ending that chapter of your story, you still get a new chapter. I feel like whatever this new chapter is, it feels like it's an entirely different story than your last chapter. But I also feel like when it's the 10 of Cups and it's that kind of ending, it's an ending that's still surrounded by love. So let's see. Let's get one more. What time is it? I gotta check. Oh yeah, one more, and I gotta skedaddle. So let's just take whatever is at the bottom here. What is the last message for the collective that would be helpful? Please and thank you. Final message, we're gonna look at your foundation. We're going right back around. Somebody's ready to look at that person. They have their flannel on, their hair is all like, you know, unwashed, or maybe they just went through that waterfall. they're holding that chalice and bouncing on that horse so fast. He forgot to even put a saddle on that damn horse. He has that cup. You can even see how the water's like spewing out. He's like, I don't even care. As long as I get that cup there, we'll figure out how to fill it together. I know where a waterfall is. So the Knight of Cups, it doesn't have to be a masculine or a feminine energy. It's somebody who wants to be in the experience of falling in love. It's somebody who definitely wants to go on not just one date, but, you know, dive into that emotional situation over and over again. I feel like this is somebody coming in kind of spontaneous though. Also, that bareback energy, maybe kind of natural. You know, he's like, yeah, usually I have my man bun on. I don't even care, I just need to get there. So I do feel like somebody is going to maybe start to make a lot of changes in their life after this initial date, or, you know, a texting convo starts. But I feel like also part of this victory or you standing out is somebody that feels like you sparkle extra for them. You're the right kind of sparkle. This could be somebody who's very kind of dreamy, romantic, makes the big, you know, promises of the future, but then got sidetracked and never showed up to date two. That can be upside down. It can be somebody that is so romantic, they're not realistic. But I don't know, that horse looks like it's pretty grounded and moving, and I feel like this is somebody, I'm getting making more room for love, or getting more serious about experiencing love. Maybe that's because it's you. Romantic, flirtatious, introspective, a little fickle sometimes, falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair, lack of balance in a relationship, situations, or there's a lot here, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, the love of art and poetry. I feel like that is the conversation that you guys are going to have. It's going to be whatever that rabbit hole I saw, your rabbit hole together with them, you're going down that hole together. And if this is somebody that is a little fickle, maybe you need to also use your intuition. I hear guidelines or something like that, or have some clear communication with somebody needing to follow through, follow up. Because I do feel like this is somebody that has good intentions, but maybe they do get a little sidetracked here and there. So maybe sidetracking up aside, you need to be like, it's cool, if something happens, just give me a call. I feel like a lot of communication can resolve any imbalancing issues in this relationship, because, you know, until you really know somebody, I don't know, you don't know what conversations need to come through or what needs to be addressed until you actually are in that experience where it's something that needs to be talked about. I hope that made sense. But for some of you, this is somebody you know really well. So I hear ground rules. So maybe even those stones, it looks like they're stepping stones, or I don't know, you're building something huge, but maybe one of those stepping stones is being straight up. I just heard Straight Up by Paula Abdul. That was a weird song to come through. Straight up now, tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Oh, am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me, is it going to be you and me together? Or are we just having fun? So maybe it is that. Maybe you have to say, hey, just let me know if you're just in this. I did see all that playing. Does this have fun? Let me know, so I don't start, you know, planning our future life together and all this, if, you know, you just want to take it at whatever stepping stone you are at. And maybe if that's you, and you are, look at, you just got out of a weird relationship, or you were married for a long time, or you have kids and you don't want anything serious yet. Maybe you need to be, as long as there's communication, whatever it is you say, as long as you are speaking authentically and you're giving that person the chance to, with all of the information, make their own decisions. So maybe there's somebody that only wants marriage. Playing around or just dating here and there is not really for them. They don't have time for that. Their schedule's way too busy. At least you gave the dignity and respect to that person to just tell them like it is in the beginning. But I'm also getting that for some of you, you need to hold back a little. Hold back. Because if you are hoping to meet your forever person, let's just say that, and on the first date, you're sitting there and you're already naming your kids, that can freak somebody out. That maybe could be a future person that could absolutely see that happy family life together, but maybe somebody just wants to see if they can get through the date first and have more experiences with you to see how you are in, I'm getting different areas of your life together, not just dating. They want to see what you're like in the morning. They want to go grocery shopping with you. They want to have fun, exciting experiences. So I do feel like that's where that intuition card comes in. You know, there are certain things that you need to talk about, especially if you do know this person. And there are certain things that you use that gut feeling and that timing to know when the timing is right and appropriate. So whatever I saw before about you changing your pace, allow your pace to change depending on the specific dynamic of who this is, how you are together, and how things are unfolding. I'm getting in divine timing. I wanted to get you a final message because I really do have to go. So one final message for the collective, please and thank you. I hope this reading was helpful. Thank you for giving this a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you joining me today. Even the days when I'm here and I'm in and out, I try to get a message in for you. When it feels like the world is coming crashing down, I did see that, like, ORU, just a hit and run, you know? So maybe it is something that felt like it was crashing in your life, but maybe this is crashing through the waves to bring you something beautiful, better. When everything feels like it's coming crashing around you, take that as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were, and look at what you can still become or what you get to have. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. Decide that this crisis will be the turning point for what you've been waiting for. Oh, maybe this is a tower moment that comes in. Sometimes that tower moment happens because of divine intervention, because, you know, that tower wouldn't have been pushed over and that space would not have been created, and you wouldn't have found the strength to rebuild or get to do something different had that other thing had not gone away or been removed out of your life. Or sometimes it's come crashing on in and making some big changes because you never expected that person to enter. Oh, I just heard today. Or that day that I saw you waking up with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. I gotta run. I'll see you soon. Bye.